Hey everybody, oh wait, wrong. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a great story out of Wolf Street. And the reason why, wolfstreet.com, it's because its home price is dropping, but it has a great graphic to show you literally how bad this drop has been. Average home price is dropping since this last June. I can't wait to dive into it. Guys, by the way, I did throw out some more of those coupon codes, 80% off the How to Prepare for the Next Housing Crisis course. It comes out to $199. Lowest I've ever sold it for, and I can guarantee you this. You go through those 28 lessons, and I do have some new lessons we're about to start filming in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna keep adding to that course. Once you're in on that course. On that course, every new lesson that comes out in the course, you're in. But I can guarantee you this, if you understand these signs and what I learned from the 2006 to 2008 crisis and why I sold all my houses and what I saw, when to sell, when to buy, I can guarantee you're gonna save a lot more money. Here we go. Home prices drop year over year, most since 2011 as investors pull back amid dismal sales and rising supply. We've been warning you about this. I've been talking about this housing crisis for a long time, and I've told you one of the reasons why is we're gonna have a deluge of inventory, and that has come. We have seen literally over the last year and a half, inventory in places like Las Vegas increase over 400%. This is absolutely astonishing. But not only that, we have other headwinds that we've never had back in the Great Recession. That is the invention and existence of Airbnbs, vacation homes. And right now, people are starting to liquidate them because they cannot rent them. So you are seeing so many Airbnbs in Florida, California, Texas, and they are literally saying, you can use this as an Airbnb. They've literally admitted to you, we couldn't make it work, but maybe you can. And there are gonna be some amazing opportunities, but not yet. You still have time to prepare. That's why I've got the course out, and I want you to be prepared for this. It says here, the housing data we're seeing today, sales that closed in May are still coming out, spring selling season, when prices and sales always rise. That is a normal, once a year cyclical event that comes out when people, the sun's out, weather's good, people feel about expanding. I mean, think about it. Cavemen to pioneers and the early settlers, all humans, after winter, they would get out and they would start to plant. They would start to, they were always eating. Think about this. It's human nature. They were in their shelters, guarding themselves against harsh winter conditions, eating the food they'd stored up throughout the spring to the fall the prior year. They get out in the spring, the sun's shining. They want to plant. They want to hunt. They want to gather. They want to get ready for the next cycle. Well, we have that exact same thing, but it's called income tax season. That's right. When money starts flowing and your tax return comes in, you go, I gotta spend it. And that's what most humans do. So this is normally cyclical. And so we are seeing that little blow off top, this yearly thing. That's why I always buy my homes in December, but you'd have to watch the real estate course to realize why I do that. Okay, check this out. It says here, the seasonal uptick happened even during housing bust 1. All right, the last housing bust, same exact thing happened. The median price for all types of previously owned homes, houses, condos, and co-ops whose sale closed in May fell year over year by 3.1% to 396,000. The fourth month in a row of year over year declines, and the largest since December of 2011. Now let me stop there. The reason why it was only 4 months of year over year declines is because we had an uptick in December. There was a lot of euphoria this last December. Ironically, that next month, January, we were met with massive layoffs all around the country. And then people seized up again, all right? So we keep going through this, and then and it just keeps dropping. But wait till you see this graphic. For single family homes, the median price fell 3.4% year over year, the fourth decline in a row to 401,000. For condos, the median price ticked down year over year by a hair for the first time since the lockdown of May 2020 to 353,000. It says here for the seasonal peak last June, and that was the big one, the median price of all previously owned homes declined by 4.3%. The NAR's National Association of Realtors, median price nearly always shows a seasonal peak in June, followed by a seasonal drop-off for the rest of the year and into January, February. Again, why I buy in December during Christmas time. And then I always let them stay longer. Again, I do a whole lesson on it, but it's a big deal. You save a lot of money that month buying. It says here, you can see the pattern in the chart below. This pattern occurred even during housing bust one. And that pattern is this seesaw, right? And you could see this is literally I know it's backwards, sorry, but you're literally looking every time it jumps up, you're looking at all the peaks in June and all the valleys going into January and February. Again, cyclical trends that I'm not joking, most real estate agents have no concept of, okay? They're just eternal cheerleaders. So it's a big deal, right? It's normal. But going into housing bust one, and let me just show you what housing bust one is. You can see 2008 right here, right? You could see it's still having its normal peaks, but then this one, remember, going into 2009, was a big drop. Now, we've already started that crash right now. You still have time to prepare, but I want people to understand that this is an opportunity. This is nothing to be scared of. It's actually something you should be really excited about. Now, it says here, and this is what I'm going to say, the investors pulling back. All cash sales, often investors and second-time home buyers, plunged by 18.2% year over year. Now, let me talk about all cash buyers. There's a secret in the industry that most people don't know about. One of the largest mortgage companies, there's actually a handful of them, had a product for the last 3 years to where you can actually get pre-qualified for a loan. And let's say that you're qualified to buy a house for $500,000. They would say, okay, you're qualified. You now have the ability to make an all cash offer. Go make an all cash offer for $500,000, up to $500,000. And the bidder would go do it. I'm putting in an all cash offer. And what they did is they did this little thing. It sounds crazy, but they sort of changed it up in escrow, and they made that all cash offer happen real quick. And it was literally same as cash. Now the buyer for this service literally had to pay a lot of fees and paid some higher rates, but it was a big deal. And a lot of those all cash buyers offers were actually that. The people that actually didn't have that much cash. I know it sounds crazy, but it happened, and it was a big deal. But it says here that number plunged by 18.2% year over year. That's a massive drop. Remember, in California, it was always like, oh, this home sold so fast. Oh, it's a rich person from LA. It's a rich person from San Francisco. And those people did exist. They had a lot of income or a lot of built up equity in their homes, but there wasn't that many. It was like, you'd ask the agents, like, you really think there's that many people? And they always give you this weird answer, like, it just doesn't seem right, right? And usually when it doesn't feel right, your gut's telling you it's not right. But it dropped 18%. That's a massive drop, right? Now it says here, by region, year over year, sales plunged in all regions. Now this is the amount of sales. Check this out. The percentage of sales in the country. Look at this. So where I live, all of the West Coast dropped 25%. The Midwest dropped 20.8%. Texas to Florida, all the way up to Virginia. You're seeing right here, I know it's backwards, sorry, down 16%, and then up in the Northeast, down 25%. Now, when you're talking prices, places like Austin, Texas are down 15% across the board. California, like San Francisco, down over 30% across the board. Fact is, we are seeing prices plunging, and it's happening in a way where they are literally just redlining the current price and boom, new price, new price. We're even seeing new home builders dropping price. It says median days on the market lengthened year over year. Homes that actually sold spent 18 days on the market in May before they sold, up from 16 days in May last year. And I know you think that's not that big of a deal, but you have to remember this. The amount of homes that are selling today as opposed to last year, the velocity has collapsed. It literally has collapsed. So much fewer homes. So even though there's a couple days added on to days on market, the truth is there's so many less homes selling. That's why you're seeing all these price reductions. I think this is one of the greatest opportunities in the world to be prepared for an event, a real estate event. And the truth is, we all know that mortgage rates are going to go higher because Jerome Powell has made it very clear. I'm still going to be raising rates. They're data driven, and the data is leading them to understand that there's not enough high enough unemployment, and there is literally too much money floating around still buying disposable items. They need to crush the backbone of the buyers. How do you do that? You raise rates. And I'm going to tell you what, if you think it's hard enough to buy a $500,000 house at 6.5%, wait till it hits 7.5%. And you're going to see some really scared and motivated sellers. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja, oh, I'll put that 80% off link below. Once they're gone, is out.